I have completed all these theory topics. What is gas and why it is needed, mining, proof of work, industrial virtual machine. Now let's move on to uh, sixth part, which is advanced various syntax and concept. So in this part we will see some syntax from uh, Solidity, advanced syntax, advanced concepts of Solidity. Let's see, and we will run them also. Okay, these there are two videos which you can also check it. Uh, we will going to run all the all these concepts. Now let's start with mapping. First is the index mapping, enums, struct, view and pure, function modifiers, events and structure, inheritance, transferring, ether, calling external contracts, import statements, various libraries. Excuse me. So now let's start with the mapping. Mapping in Solidity act like hash maps or dictionaries in other programming languages. They are used to store the data in a key pair values. Mapping are created with the syntax mapping key value. So this is the basic syntax of mapping. Mapping key is address and uint is value, and it's public, market is public, and scope is public, and then the name of that uh, mapping variable. Okay, now let's see how we can use it. In function get, passing the address, returning the view, and in returning we are returning the address value. So mapping always return a value. If the value was never set, it will return the default value. The default value of uint is 0. And the syntax is more like the array. So we will pass the address and it will return the value. Here we are setting the integer in it. Index is address and the value passes I. Okay, now remove it. We can also remove the element from mapping by using the delete keyword. Okay, now let's run it. Copy the code, go to remix, create a new contract, name it mapping web3 dash mapping dot sol. Now let's paste it, save it. It compiled successfully. Now let's deploy it. Okay, rather than deploying on test network, just use a local network. Deploy by remix, change this to remix VM, and what it says, showing error. Why is it so? Let's deploy it again. Cannot restrict property result of undefined. Uh, don't know why this issue is coming. I think we need to refresh it. Let's refresh it again. Open the contract, compile it, compile successfully. Now let's London. Okay, yes, apply successfully. So now first get the address. Sorry, you need to pass the address. First set the address and a value. Okay, let's select address from here and just a value 1 transact. Okay, so it's successfully done. Now copy it and see the value of this. Yes, it's just return it. Okay, so now we can add another address. Paste it, set it value to 2, transact and get the value of this address. Now let's remove that address. Just we have set to value 2. We have removed it. Now let's get it again. So we are getting the default value of UInt, that is 0, because this address doesn't exist anymore. So here you can see that my map function is also there. It's already create a function against all the public state variables, so we can call them also by like that. Here it is. Let's put the value again, transact, and here it is. So that's how mapping works. Now let's move on. We can also create nested mappings where the key points to the second nested mapping. To do this, we set the value type to a mapping itself. Okay, so we can do the nested mapping also. How we can do that? Let's see it. Copy the code and create a new contract. Just remove that and create a new contract. Web nested mapping as well. Just paste it here. Okay, just copy these lines. Okay, I think I have misspelled it. It's nested mapping. Okay, now here you can see that mapping from address mapping to UInt word. So basically we have put an address index, and then inside that we have put a complete mapping with the UInt index and bool as a value. So how we can call it? We can call it just like multi-dimensional array, nested, passing address and the value. and also we can set it by that, and also we can remove it by that, like that. Now let's deploy it and see. We have deployed it. Now let's just copy address from here, paste it from here, paste it, and just enter a value 1. Okay, sorry, it's basically remove function. We are going to set it 1 at index 1. Let's value true. Okay, and second true, and third false. So now how we can get it? Copy the address and value 2. So what should we get? True. And if we call third index, we should get false. Yes. Now let's remove it also. Remove the third index. It's removed successfully. Now call it again. It's false because the default value of bool is false. Now remove the second one also. So second was true. Now we will get false also. Here it is. For 1 we are getting true. Now remove that one also, and you will get false also. Okay, so that's how